Toot toot.
Toot toot, everybody! It's
Toot toot.
Big Howell and Possum for another week. Your live, interactive experience here on YouTube. Last time on YouTube, I think, right?
Probably.
We're switching over. We're gonna switch over, and that's not to disappoint anybody over here in the chat or anybody who's subscribed to us on YouTube. These episodes are still gonna go up on YouTube, but we're gonna try streaming it live on Twitch. We're gonna see what that's like. We're just we're a couple of wayward souls. We're a couple of ramblers.
Yeah.
We like to try different platforms. We're gonna see what it's like over on Twitch, and just and we'll report back to y'all over here on YouTube and see what we think.
He's definitely a rambler. I can hardly get a word in edgewise. Toot toot.
Ha ha, toot toot. That's
How
true.
about that?
That is true.
Scorched earth right up top.
Yep, I've been roasted, folks.
Yeah.
All right, I've got my Wednesday wet. I've got my partner in crime, Mr. Possum.
Hello.
And we're going to do some fun stuff tonight. We're going to talk about current events, of course, as always, as we always do. It's important to keep you all informed of the goings-on about the world. We are going to take some calls from y'all later.
And if it's like the other weeks, boys, that phone call just light up.
Woo! Just wears my phone right down.
Yeah,
just the number of calls we get.
Did you charge it tonight?
I did charge it.
Because it's going to get hot.
It's charging right now, actually.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
my phone's got that battery thing going on right now that I love. It's real cool. It's a feature of an iPhone after you've had it for about a year. It'll drop like 10% of the battery just in a second. You'll just watch it happen.
Yeah.
You'll just watch it go from 30 to 19. You're like, cool. That's cool.
Yeah, them phones.
I gotta run and find an outlet somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Them phones.
And I'm not talking about a shoe outlet.
Yeah.
My shoes are fine. Shoes are better than phones in the sense that they don't all of a sudden not work. You like this bit I'm working on right now?
I could talk about phones all night.
Yeah.
Because I got a phone.
Imagine if you look down at your shoe and your shoe just suddenly jumped from like 30% wearability to 19% wearability, and you thought, oh my God, I gotta run and find an outlet somewhere and plug my dang shoes in, or I'm gonna not have any, they're not gonna move.
That sounds like
my feet are gonna be stuck to the floor like I'm in Space Jam.
Yeah, it sounds like a dream I had once.
What was the what was the dream?
Well, I was wearing these shoes, see?
Yeah.
And every time I looked down, they was like pencil erasers that kept on rubbing and nubbing on the ground.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'm not finished talking, Big Al. I know it's cool.
That's pretty psychedelic. Let me just talk about what I think about that for a second. Just kidding. Go ahead.
Smack him upside his head.
By the way, we got a comment here from Jazzarino. She says, burn for Possum.
Oh, yeah. Burn notice.
Burn notice.
Remember that show?
I love that show, man.
Everybody on that show is handsome.
Yeah, blueberry pudding and whatnot. Toot toot. Oh, it's blueberry yogurt.
Who's blueberry yogurt?
That's the thing on that show.
What show?
On Burn Notice. The guy loved blueberry yogurt.
Oh. I didn't watch
It's like it's like the one character quirk of the whole show is the guy likes blueberry yogurt.
Can I be honest?
No, you cannot.
I was saying I watched Burn Notice to seem cooler.
I've done the same thing. Literally never seen an episode of Burn Notice, but I looked it up to find out what the cool thing about the character was, and I found out he likes blueberry yogurt.
Well, you sound like a nerd. I just sound desperate.
Yeah. Well, I'll take nerd over desperate.
Well, Jazzarino says toot toot to both of you, in which I will say toot toot back to you, young lady. And,
toot toot, young lady.
Who pays when you go out to Applebee's? Talking about with you and me. Right?
Yeah, when we go to Applebee's, who pays? Well, you never have any money on you at all because you've literally never had a job or a bank account.
I do one of these.
Yeah, it's funny. He does that like I'm gonna think, oh, he must have just forgotten his wallet this time. Not that he's never owned a wallet or had any cash in his hand at all.
Well, how'd you feel if I didn't pat my body? Wouldn't you be like, you're not gonna even offer?
I mean, it's true. If you didn't pat your chest and belly. By the way, not many people keep a wallet in their belly. Just so you know, you can probably just do this. I think I'd be okay. I think the whole gesture would be finished if you were just like, Nope, don't have it.
No, this is looking for my wallet. That was a good meal.
Oh, okay, all right. I think if you didn't do that, if you didn't make some effort in that direction, I'd probably just be like, well, I'm out to eat with my pet.
I don't like that at all.
You know what I mean? So yeah, maybe we'll keep the.
I ain't your pet. I'm just your buddy, and I don't got no money.
Yeah. It's probably, if somebody saw you running around with money, they'd probably hit you with a tranq dart and take it from you.
Exactly.
Because you're a wild animal.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah. All right. So thank you for the comments, Jazzarino. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to pull us up on Twitch next week. You might have to get a Twitch account to comment, to give us a toot. That I'm worried about. But I think you brave souls can figure it out. I think you can figure out how to find us.
I want to switch to Twitch. Isn't that catchy?
Yeah, that is catchy.
You like that?
What's been going on in your neck?
Well, it comes to mind.
In your neck. What's been going on in your neck and head, Mr. Possum?
I went out to a little hayride the other day at the farm.
Oh, I love a hayride.
You know I do. And I went out there. I went through the corn maze. Took a nap in there.
Yeah.
But I went shopping too.
You went shopping?
Yeah, for some new clothes.
Oh, right. It's scarecrow season.
Yes.
So
all of the new scarecrow styles are being worn out in the fields.
Yeah.
So I go and look at them. I walk up to them. I take off a shoe, put it up to my foot. And you
got to Cinderella each scarecrow.
Yeah.
Make sure that you guys have complimentary features.
I gotta put their shoes on, see if they fit. I'm kind of like one of them Terminators when they come back in time, and they're like running around naked at first.
Yeah.
And then they find stuff that fits them. I'm like, give me your corn cob pipe, your boots, and your motorcycle. That's what
Have you seen a scarecrow that has a motorcycle? Have you seen that?
Well, unless you go shopping for it, you ain't gonna find it. I feel like if I was a crow and I was trying to be kept out of a field, if I saw a scarecrow sitting on one of them goddamn motorcycles going, I would definitely not land and do nothing. That's what I did.
Sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't follow up on your comment there. I just noticed that we were peaking a little bit on our audio levels.
No, I enjoyed the silence.
Yeah. You probably did. We've talked about this a lot, and I've talked about it even more. I tend to run my mouth on this show. And you know what? It's fine.
That's what that mouth is for.
It's you know what? I'm filling space. I'm putting up a little brick wall of my own communication for y'all. And if you just give me a toot toot, or if you throw something that'll make a noise back behind me here in the great void or the mantle behind me, you could distract me long enough to make a point, or say your own thing, or talk about something that I don't want to talk about. So go on and give us a toot toot in the chat.
Give us an operator's manual for how to talk to you like a human being.
Well, yeah, coming from a wild animal there.
I have to teach this guy etiquette, and I think that's kind of screwed up.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm a mess.
Well, you're a mess, but you have a tremendous amount of compassion.
Thank you.
Me, I'm used to just taking what I want.
Yes.
I'm Big Hal.
Takeosaurus Rex.
I just say what has got to be done. I'm used to clearing out rooms with my preaching.
Oh, yeah.
So, I got a lot to say.
Tight.
And when I don't have a lot to say, it scares me. So I keep talking anyway.
Now that is vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. You like that? You like me expressing a little vulnerability?
Yes.
Are you going to play a boing? That makes me feel a lot better to hear the light springy noise.
Just a little comfort.
So how did you get a new scarecrow? I mean, you look like you're wearing the same outfit. So
I didn't find nothing I liked.
You didn't find a scarecrow that.
They all had these like green flannel kind of Al Borland kind of patterns, and I didn't care for those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more, yeah.
Sorry, continue. I was about to interrupt you.
Well, it's just I certain colors suit me.
Right.
And I go out shopping, and if I don't like something, I just go, not today, and keep walking away.
Now, is Al Borland, that's a little too beta for you? It's a little too, like calm and sedate?
Yeah.
You want him?
Too muted.
Yeah.
If you will. I don't like that muted flannel.
Mm-hmm. You like your flannel loud.
I like it loud. I like my flannel tough.
Mm-hmm.
I like my plaid bad.
Toot to that. Jazzarino says, Wilson, go on and give us a toot and let us know where you're tooting from over here in the chat. We got a big old chat party going on here with Jazzarino. It says Wilson.
Wilson was the volleyball from that one movie about the sad guy.
Yeah, I think she's watching Castaway. She's commenting on Castaway here in our chat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that scene in Castaway when Tom Hanks takes that old volleyball and spikes it down? You know, they're playing that music and they're playing volleyball on the beach, and he spikes it on that other guy.
Do I remember that scene in Castaway where that happens?
Yeah.
I sure don't. I might be thinking of something else. He spikes a ball?
Okay, I haven't seen Castaway.
Oh, okay. You've just heard there's a volleyball named Wilson in Castaway.
Yes.
So you figured he must spike it.
Yes.
No, it's funny. Wilson is Tom Hanks, and his name's Tom Hanks in the movie. It's interesting. It's about Tom Hanks.
Good.
And Wilson is Tom Hanks' only friend in the film. He's a guy who is friends with just a volleyball. So it's sort of a little bit like us.
What do you mean you call me a volleyball?
Well, I mean, with the amount I let you talk, yeah, you might as well be a volleyball. Sometimes you have to just sit there like a volleyball and listen to me prattle on.
True, but who would watch volleyball if there wasn't a ball? Be just a bunch of people horsing around on the sand.
Yeah, that's true. What if volleyball? Now here it is. What if volleyball was just a bunch of loud guys standing on either sides of a net, just shouting shit at each other. Just anything they think of. What if it was like that? What if that was volleyball?
I would cancel my volleyball subscription. Right away. Toot sweet.
Yeah. You take that channel right off.
Stop watching that.
VBN, Volleyball Network. Cut that right off.
Yeah, you bet your little boots I would.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna watch a bunch of guys sitting around with no ball.
So the ball is the most important thing.
I need it for the sport.
And yet, the least verbal thing. An important lesson here from Mr. Possum.
So I'm the most tight.
Yeah.
Tight.
Because you're like a volleyball that can talk sometimes.
Oh my God. Can't I just have a moment where it's not so humble?
No.
At first you make the volleyball out to be such a tight thing, and all of a sudden, it's not again. Let's go over the news. I'm sick of this shit.
Okay, we're going to go over the news.
What's guff I put up with?
All right, folks, like most Americans, if not all Americans, we get our news from TedBaglessNews.net, your one source for news. We've got, let's see, a couple of items tonight that you have no doubt heard about. If you're keeping tabs on what's going on in the world, important topics in the world. First of all, why gut guy? What's that mean? Oh, look at that. There's me. There's me in that thing.
I was wondering about that.
There's me dressed up as a sexy Xifaxan. You know the Xifaxan, that medication for your tum-tum?
Yes.
You ever taken that? You
Yes.
ever taken Xifaxan? Yeah, it's good stuff. And it treats all manner of digestational issues.
Yes.
And they, of course, have the mascot, the gut guy. Everybody's seen the gut guy. It's just like a little bundle of tubes all mashed up together like your guts, like your intestines. And then he's got a little face. So it's like he's a little butthole looking at you, right?
Right.
And that, of course, is pretty sexy. So somebody at some point thought, you know what would be great would be to have the Xifaxan gut guy mascot be like be sexy for Halloween.
Yeah.
You know, people like to get a little risque. So the Xifaxan gut guy mascot is once again, for the third year running, the most popular Halloween costume order?
But why?
Good question.
Why?
Why, gut guy? I don't know. Let's here. Let me.
It's locked.
Oh, it's locked.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for telling me.
Now look here. It also looks like it's your face on the gut guy.
Yeah. Let me. Here. Let me. I'm gonna pull this up so people can see it. I'm gonna make this a little bigger.
I'm wondering why your face is on this guy.
Okay. Well, because this is an actual picture. This is an actual picture of the Zafaxon gut guy. You see that?
Yeah.
And
your face, Big Al.
Yeah. Well, that's me dressed up. See, okay, so got a little black tape here over the nipples, as you can see. We got a little black tape over the nipples. Then we got a little Halloween G-string with a little jack-o'-lantern on it. That's cute. That's real cute. And then of course there's me waving. That's what the big thing that the gut guy does is he waves at you.
Wait a minute, was this you dressed up last year?
Yeah. I went as the sexy gut guy mascot last year. That was my.
Why'd you do it? I need to know why people keep dressing up like this pile of guts.
He's an icon of our era. You know, he represents gut health, which is one of the most important topics of our time.
Especially at Halloween.
Yeah, especially around Halloween. Everybody's got a lot of spiced hot beverages down there, just moving stuff around. And you got to take care of that. A lot of people have that IBS. You got to get that Zafaxon. And anyway, so everybody's talking about the gut guy all the time, and I thought, well, Halloween's coming up. There's a sexy gut guy mascot. I'm gonna order that, and I'm gonna go out. It'll be my chance to dress like a slut once a year. Yeah, I get to do it.
That's right.
Once a year, I get to dress like a slutty gut guy.
I think that's good for you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I also think that as a corporation, I don't like how they run things, because I know a guy that dressed up as a gut guy one year.
Yeah.
And he had all this kind of soupy brown mess coming down his leg.
Ew. That's terrible.
As part of the costume, Big Al. And the corporation said, you can't do that.
Oh, okay.
Gut guy is all about gut health, and you cannot, this is a healed gut. You can't be walking around with that mess coming down your legs.
That does sound really unpleasant. I would have a problem with somebody licensing a product of mine or a mascot of mine and then smearing presumably crap all over it.
Well,
I'd have a problem with that.
They're micromanaging. Can you imagine if you dressed up as Freddy, and then Freddy came up and he was like, no, only asleep people see Freddy, so since you're dressed up like Freddy on somebody's porch, this is against what the character would do?
I mean, I would be pretty scared if Freddy came up to me under any circumstances. So I think I'm just gonna do what Freddy says.
I ain't afraid, Freddy.
Look, if I was wearing a Freddy outfit and I saw the actual Freddy, I'm taking that outfit off. Because who knows? He might be like, you're not Freddy. I'm Freddy.
I ain't scared, Freddy.
Come on. You're not scared of Freddy?
No.
You're not scared he would kill you and then you'd be like stuck in his little belly at some point? You'd be one of Freddy's gut guys. You know, he's got his own little gut guys that pop out, that live in his belly for all time.
It wouldn't be so
They're
bad.
tortured for all time.
Those Freddy belly guys got 3 hots and a cot.
I feel like they announced with Freddy. I feel like they announced that hell was involved way too late in the series. Do you know what I mean? Because it was like the third or second. I don't know. It was like the third movie where you finally find out that like he keeps all the souls
in his belly.
And that they're just going, for all time. That changes that changes the first movie. Because, like, all those people, they don't just get killed in horrible ways or die or go through something. Like, those people, you got to save those people, right?
Yeah, they're trapped in his old belly.
If you knew they were going into his belly, that would change the story of the first movie entirely.
But I will say, Big Al, if you ever see me trapped in Freddy's belly, you leave me alone. I've got it better in that belly than I had it on this earth.
You think it's better in Freddy's belly?
Yes.
You'd be a proud Freddy gut guy.
I can finally sleep. He's not going to bother me about sleep.
I They don't look like they get much sleep.
I get regular meals because when he digests souls, it has to go through that blood flow that goes in his stomach.
You're very optimistic about what it's like to be trapped inside the stomach of Freddy Krueger.
Thank you.
A child murderer with tortured, tormented souls kept inside him, presumably for all eternity. I don't know if it's eternity, because when the Earth blows up, do you imagine like there'd just be Freddy floating out in space, still there, still around, just being like, sucks, nobody's around to go to sleep.
He just messed with some Martian. Don't get me out of that belly is all I'm saying. Leave me be.
Okay. All right. So we got another headline here tonight. It's another somewhat risque, kind of sexy headline. It says sexy time for news, which must mean it's the Halloween season. Sexiest time of the year. But, folks, noted horny mad scientist, Dr. Spankenstein.
Oh.
You know this guy,
Yes.
Dr. Spankenstein?
Spankenstein.
It's really his favorite time of year because all the horny gut guys walking around. Dr. Spankenstein this week brought a rubber butt to life, raising some ethical questions in both the scientific and sex communities. Let's go ahead and.
You gonna enlarge that butt?
I'm gonna just so people can see what we're talking about. It's one of them rubber butts that you buy at the store for.
Well, Spankenstein sells them, don't he?
So you can spank them. I guess people spank them. They probably do other stuff to them too.
He bought one of these sex toys, one of these butts.
Sex toy. That's what it's called. Sex toy.
Yes, it's a sex toy. It's a plaything for your genitals.
Now you see, it's like a little butt right here.
You gotta click it again so it goes.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
See, it's like a little butt. It's like a little rubber butt, and I don't know what it's for, but.
What do you mean you don't know what it's for?
I mean, I certainly don't have one of these at home. Never seen one before. Never ordered one, and I don't know what they're for. I don't know what guys get into with these freaky things. But I am curious. Now, I have practical questions about this. There are ethical questions, of course, with bringing a rubber butt to life in your evil lab, like Dr. Spankenstein did. But practical question is just, what's it mean that you brought a butt to life? What's that mean? Does the butt think? Does the butt talk? Does the butt do stuff? Does it do butt things? What's it mean? He brought a butt to life, so it feels stuff, right?
Well, I need a closer look at this living butt, Big Howell. It depends on if it has a brain or if it has a nervous system.
So you want to get a look at this butt?
In order to better answer your questions, I need a closer look in my lab.
Yeah.
At this butt. Now, just at the cursory glance at this butt, I think that it's just a living butt, and it's warm. It was cold when it was rubber. He brought it to life. Now it's just kind of warm and living.
Warm and living, kind of wiggles a little bit, probably.
Gives you a little wiggle.
Yeah.
Because people go to town, that little butt.
Excuse me?
What?
So maybe you put a little water on it and it responds a little bit. Like you put something cold on it, it goes woo, woo, like that. Well, it doesn't go woo because it's just a butt.
Ain't got no mouth.
Yeah. Well, it could be like the gut guy. Could be like the Zafaxon gut guy. Could have a little eyes right above the beehole.
Oh.
And it could go higher.
Some eyes are not meant to see.
Hey, Mr. Possum.
Hey, Big Owl.
Let me get out of the... Hey, Mr. Possum.
Hey again, Big Owl. What are you doing?
I heard you got attacked by zombies this week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I did. Uh-huh.
And how was that?
It was whack, Big Owl.
Yeah, it was whack?
It was whack. I hated it.
Yeah. What happened?
Well, I was out the lake with my hunting dog.
Your hunting dog, what's his name? It's Richard, right? Richard?
No, it's Russell. Russell Crumbly.
Oh, right. Russell Crumbly, your hunting dog. Yeah. Normal dog name.
I know. So we was out for a hike, and we became surrounded by zombies.
Now, Mr. Possum, I was not aware there was an actual zombie problem going on. Oh, it was just like a movie thing. Aren't zombies just like a movie made up
movie
thing?
Oh, Big Hal. Oh, Hal, you simple child. Zombies are everywhere.
Yikes. That's scary to hear. How'd you know these were zombies?
They was dressed weird.
Wait a minute. Dressing weird. A lot of people dress a lot of different ways. Dressing weird doesn't mean you're a zombie, Mr. Possum.
Yeah, but they was dressed old-fashioned like they just come out of a grave.
Oh, okay.
That kind of weird.
I see. All right.
You know? And they was stomping around, and they was making these sounds like, hey! Hey! You know, like they just only kind of remembered how to talk to people.
Oh, okay.
When they were alive.
Okay.
And they was playing this music. It was the strangest stuff.
They were playing music.
Oh, normal instruments like banjos and an old bucket. But the tunes was clunky and maudlin. And like an old jug band.
Maudlin jug band music.
It was from the grave. It's the only way I can describe it.
Like a jug band that had been resurrected from the grave.
Yes.
Wait a second. Wait, I know what you're talking about. The old-timey clothes, clunky jug band. I know what you're talking about. You're describing Mumford & Sons.
Yeah, they called themselves Mumford & Sons. You know them guys?
Yes, I've heard of Mumford & Sons. They're like a popular band. They're on the radio. Well, they were on the radio. They're
terrifying, Big Al.
Mr. Possum, did you kill Mumford & Sons? Did you? What?
Well,
I mean, they weren't. Mumford & Sons are not zombies, Mr. Possum.
Yes, they were actually. Clearly, they was.
What? Did you kill him?
Well, I threw a few rocks at them, get them to scatter, but that just drew their attention.
Okay, that makes sense.
They chased me and Russell Crumbly up to an old boarded-up cabin in the woods. Wouldn't you know it?
I gotta ask this again, Mr. Possum. Did you kill Mumford & Sons?
And from that point, it was just kind of a typical zombie invasion. Just surrounding me, trying to come in through all the doors and windows. And I had to sever their brain stems so as not to be eaten.
Okay. All right, so you did kill Mumford & Sons.
I did defend myself against a zombie attack.
Yikes. Okay. So, all right. What did you use to sever their brain stems, Mr. Possum?
Oh, great question.
Thank you.
Well, the first zombie, he tried to enter in through the front door.
Mm-hmm.
But I found an old fork in a drawer, and I used that on him. And he hit the floor, and I went, "You're done." Because it's a fork.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I get it.
Poked him like an old potato.
Okay, right.
Second zombie, he tries to come in through the back door. But I was ready for him, so I got me a shovel. Mm-hmm. And I walked up to him and I said, "Dig this." All smooth like. And then I hit him with it.
Uh-huh.
You get it?
Yeah, dig this.
Yeah.
And it's a shovel. Yeah, no, I definitely get it. I get it.
You like it?
I mean, not really. And you're describing murdering somebody, so.
Oh, so you don't, is it the murder or the pun you don't like?
I'm going to say both at this point.
Oh, whatever. So anyway, the third zombie comes reaching in through a window.
Uh-huh.
He's trying to eat my brains like.
I'm not sure that's what he was doing, but go ahead, continue.
So then I've got this here candelabra. Ready to.
Wow.
I hit him upside the head. You know what I said?
Did you say this'll snuff you out or something like that?
No, but that would have been tight. No, what I said was, "Careful, this can dull your senses."
Oh God! Oh, that one's.
Yeah, he made a similar sound when I brained him.
Oh God! I feel like you just brained me with that.
Yeah, you don't ever try to come knocking on my door.
So you had a lot of fun killing these zombies.
I had a great time, but you gotta have some levity in these dark days, Yeah. Anyways, look. The last guy, he tried to run away. And I can't have him spreading them filthy zombie germs to everybody.
Zombies are always trying to run away.
So I ran him down with my truck, Big Al.
Okay, all right. And then what happened?
And then their manager shows up. Oh my god. And he was pretty steamed because I'd killed all his zombies.
Right. Now, Mr. Possum, has it occurred to you, do you think that lots of groups of zombies have a manager? Does that not seem weird to you that these guys would have a manager and they're zombies?
No, I mean, they gotta have someone to get them record deals and concerts and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
So he goes, the manager, he's all guffy. He's like, dang it, you old possum, you killed Mumford and Sons. Didn't you know they was certified platinum?
And what'd you say to that, Mr. Possum?
Buddy, I said, look, pal, if I wasn't sure if I'd flattened them, I'd have hit them again. Toot toot.
Toot toot.
What do you think of that?
R.I.P. to Mumford and Sons. What a shame. All right, we're late going to a break. So when we come back, we have a very special guest tonight. I want to say toot toot. We missed a few comments from Jazzarino. We'll get to those when we come back from the break. But we're gonna jump to that. When I come back, a celebrity from the silver screen. Big time hotshot, Hollywood hotshot.
I've got some mixed feelings about this guy.
Well, I mean, all actors have roles we like and roles we don't. Unless you're Tom Cruise and you only do good movies. But let's see. Let's go to the break. You like that little pause there before I did it?
No.
We're back, folks, with Pinhead.
Hello, I am Pinhead.
Yeah, you are.
An explorer from the farther regions of experience, demon to some, angel to others.
That's cool.
And my name is Pinhead.
Yeah.
I like how we don't have to ask him, so what are you doing? He just kind of introduces himself.
That's true. He's
Retrieve your hat, rodent. You will not sit hatless before the lead Cenobite.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pinhead. I don't mean to be disrespectful. Is this better?
See that you aren't.
I don't want to be cross.
This guy's a trip. This guy's crazy. I like him. I like a guy who comes on and doesn't expect me to really say anything about him. Yeah, I like that. You got yourself covered. I like that.
Covered and smothered.
Yeah, he is.
Suffering.
Oh, he is. He's covered in whatever that white stuff is, and then somebody pounded a whole bunch of nails into you.
And he's chunked.
Now, let me ask you: did you ever work in a wood shop? Is that something? Did that happen to you? Is that where that happened to you? Because you know what? One time I worked in a wood shop. One time I drilled right into my own finger, and I just tried to glue it back together. And I went to this is a true story. I went to the emergency room like a couple days later because I just taped it up, but it just kept bleeding everywhere because I drilled a hole into my finger. And when I went to the emergency room, they were like, "Yeah, you should have come. You should have come a while ago about this. You should have sorted this out a little bit ago."
Oh my
now,
God.
Did you go to the emergency room when you accidentally nailed looked like about 45 nails into your own head in your wood shop?
Your minuscule mishap is but a drop in the ocean of suffering with which I draw my sustenance. Your anecdote bores me.
You know what's boring to me?
Pinhead's type! Pinhead's type!
I mean, you say I prattle on, But listen to the words this guy's using.
But he uses big words, but he gets right to the
A
point.
lot of clauses. You know what I mean?
I have a BA in English.
He talks in clauses. He talks like he's reading out of the book of the Old Testament or something.
Old Testament. Your gods are very, very new to me.
Let's see. Can we get you to scoot?
Sure. Sorry. Am I not free?
I just want to get you centered up against the very moon.
Is that good? Yeah.
Oh, it looks great. Look at that. See,
Yeah,
now we're smoking.
Big Hal, did I ever tell you about the time that this guy, Pinhead, he lured me into a den of suffering with a bag of sun chips?
Oh, I think we did talk about that one time. Because you had a whole Centerbite situation going on there for a while, right?
Yes.
Was that you? I thought you were Shane Dawson.
You forgot about me already? That was the single worst experience of my life.
For me, it was a Tuesday.
It was a Tuesday. Anyway, look. If he tries to offer you sun chips, it's a trap. He's gonna take your skin off.
Let's hear the sun chip story again. I don't know. Did you tell it on the show?
No.
Wait, no, I think you did. I think you did tell it. What it was a bottomless thing of sun chips, and you just kept eating it until you exploded. Is that right? Is that right? Is that what happened?
Well, they said, here, come on down. You got pleasures galore, all this kind of talk about pleasures.
Yeah, I've seen the movie.
So I went down to the Centerbite land, and I thought I was going into some kind of holiday world.
Sure.
And the next thing I know, there's like, well, here's the sun chips you wanted. It's a whole barrel full of them, the harvest cheddar. So I go in
a barrel of harvest cheddar sun chips.
Some of them were French onion.
Ugh.
Throw a few French onion in there. That does sound like hell, actually.
It was hell, because they didn't let me stop eating. After a while, I was like, I'm good, I'm full, I'd like to go to sleep. They're like, keep eating, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
It was rough. And this guy, he's the worst. He don't ever take no breaks.
It's funny. So that's what they tell you down in hell, is they tell you, keep eating, you piece of shit.
Yes.
That's funny. So similar to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
So, and then, okay, if I remember the end of this story right, you blew up there down in the hell world, and then, but you managed to suck your way back to life up here in the Earth dimension?
Yeah.
I think if I recall correctly, Mr. Possum here sucked his way back to life, like Frank in the old Hellraiser film.
Nobody escapes the Cenobites. We let you go because you were lame.
What? I was a tight center, but I was all torn to pieces from the belly out because I had eaten too many chips, and I was in tatters.
Yeah, it was grody. The chattery teeth Cenobite had trouble looking at it.
Oh, Chatterbox.
Yeah. R.I.P. Chattery teeth Cenobite.
Dang. I liked him. He was the one who was nice to me.
In this dimension, we call him Chatterbox. Right?
He was chilly all the time.
Yeah.
He was like, do you guys have a blanket? And we're like, no, it's hell.
Dang.
So you guys aren't even nice to each other. That's something I've always wondered about y'all. So you guys don't, at the end of a day, you don't get together and grab a few, down a few brewskis together and go, oh, remember when that guy was going, please stop or don't rip all my skin off? You don't do that. You guys just pick on each other more and more and more throughout the...
We had a bit of a falling out. We opened for Silver Sun pickups at the Verizon Wireless Center in Noblesville, Indiana last July.
Uh-huh.
It was not well received. The lady Cenobite, the one with the weird throat vagina.
Yeah, the one whose name is Female Cenobite.
Yes.
Yeah.
The female.
Right, the one.
I mean, done.
Yeah.
What else do you need to know?
Sure. Nothing.
Yeah, she quit.
Yeah.
And then it was just me and Chattery Teeth. And then he died, and then it was just me and Fat Sunglasses Cenobite.
Fat Sunglasses Cenobite, who, what's that guy's name? Butterball.
Butterball.
You guys sure do like coming up with fun nicknames for the avatars of the dead.
It's fun. Yeah, it's funny. Like, they represent the most horrifying thing anyone can imagine, and we call them Chatterbox and Butterball and Pinhead.
We're not a fucking 50s biker gang.
And female Cenobite. You know, it's funny. I've always thought that was like a little bit tokeny or whatever, to be like, okay, we're gonna have one chick in there, and we're gonna call her female Cenobite. But compared to the other ones, it's surprised they didn't call her like Tits or something. You know what I mean? It's surprising they didn't call her like Titty Mama or something.
Oh, you're right.
Considering your name is Pinhead.
Yeah, Jason Voorhees is so good at female representation. Yeah, let's come down hard on the Cenobites.
Well, okay.
This is bull.
All right. Let's run down the greatest, female horror symbols. So there's female Cenobite, of course, up there near the top, for sure, right?
Absolutely.
Are you guys back in good graces with each other?
We are not.
Oh, that's too bad.
She's got that weird barbed wire thing that runs through her neck, and it icks me out.
Okay.
You're
So you guys aren't on speaking terms.
No.
Is that right?
I mean, I'm the only one that gets dialogue written for me, so it's hard to be on speaking terms with any of them.
Sure.
I am the lead Cenobite.
Yeah.
It says so in the credits.
Have you ever had a conversation with Butterball? You ever talk to him about anything?
He just mostly sweats at me.
Yeah. He just goes, yeah, okay, I can see that.
So you're kind of the shift leader.
Yeah, you could say I am the regional supervisor.
So you make the schedules for their Cenobites?
Yes. No breaks, no shift changing.
So yeah, that's what. So that's kind of that's basically my question, is what your all's interpersonal relationship is like. And it sounds like you are just cracking the whip. Do they crack the whip with each other? Do they tattle on each other? Is it like a human resources nightmare where they're all playing, little inter-office politics against each other?
One time, I found out that the chattery teeth Cenobite said something mean about me.
Wow.
I found that out from female Cenobite.
Yeah.
What'd he say? Oh.
Can you hear the teeth chattering? Yeah.
Well, that's rude even for hell.
Yeah, I didn't care for that.
Now, I don't mean to traffic in cliches and stereotypes, but female Cenobite, have you considered the fact that maybe she was manipulating you in some way?
No.
That she might have made up what Chattering Teeth Cenobite said?
No, because I'm not a misogynist.
That hadn't occurred to you.
I'm a sadomasochist.
Okay.
There is a difference.
All right. So
I respect the female Cenobite's opinion just as I would a male Cenobite's. Or a non-binary gender Cenobite.
Now, would you name a Cenobite male Cenobite, is kind of my question.
I mean, no, because that's... Look, the point is, there's no discrimination among the Cenobites.
Very interesting to me.
I don't know that it's interesting at all. I think it's very unremarkable and not worth thinking about.
Just sounds like you guys got one female in there and you were like, well, we're done. We're going to hire... We're going to hire Butterball over here, and we're going to hire...
Long essay on Jezebel.com about, let's just slide past it and not really examine it.
Okay.
Hey, Pinhead. Don't you think Big Howl's kind of pedestrian?
I mean, he doesn't look like he owns a car, if that's what you're saying.
Right. What do you think of me? You think I'm tight? I think he's boring. What do you think I'm like?
I look at you and I see only entrails.
I'm not the one who's dressed like a gut man.
Are you seriously sucking up to Pinhead?
Trying to get his good graces.
You're trying to suck up to Pinhead, but you're throwing me under the bus. As literally as a pedestrian. You're calling me a pedestrian.
Shh. I won't get you in once I get in.
I'm tough as hell. My name's Big Howell. I'm tough. And I'm interesting.
He's only interested in cruelty.
Yeah.
If you want to be his buddy, and you do, because you don't want to suffer, you're going to have to make fun of me.
Oh, yeah.
Well, even though you don't mean it.
Right. Are you angling for us to get, jobs as Cenobites?
Yes.
That's what you're angling for.
Look, I had a bad experience last time, but I'd like to make it up.
Did you fill out an application?
No, I ain't got no computer.
fill out an application, and then type in the information on the computer, and then attach the resume. It's all the stuff from the resume, but we make you type it anyway.
Now,
Hell no, that's just a job.
yeah, now, it does just sound like a job, which honestly is worse than being sucked over to some big old labyrinth where naked bodies are writhing around.
Oh,
and
yeah, we
you get
don't
your
do
skin stripped off. So, now, question. When you fill out the resume, is that just, you want that just on a regular piece of paper with a cover sheet, or do you want that, like, etched into my own skin, ripped off my back, in my blood, or whatever?
We do prefer the flesh of man, but
Yeah.
we will accept an 8.5 by 11 if necessary.
Yeah. What would be necessary? Like just me not wanting to strip the skin off my own back? Does that make it necessary?
I mean, yeah, we're pretty.
You're pretty
hard
flexible.
up.
Oh, you need people.
It's rough out there, I'll
Yeah.
tell you. Millennials, they have no God, and therefore their capacity for suffering is diminished considerably.
Right.
I never thought I'd hear myself saying this, but y'all need Jesus.
That's interesting.
The suffering of
very
the devout is like raw honeysuckle. By comparison, this person's suffering is like a White Castle at 3 in the afternoon. Like,
That's
it's
good.
there, but what's the point?
Oh,
Right. Do you have
Something's good.
have you encountered some
just
masochistic? Have you encountered some masochistic like these millennials? They love what's that thing they always say? They love dying. They love they love that life is misery. That's the sort of things they like to talk about, is dying and misery and stuff like that.
You are
Now,
describing emos, and I
Yeah.
am up to my tits in emos.
Right. They're probably clamoring to get to you, right?
Yes, they think they're worthy of the experience of suffering at the hands of the Cenobites, but then the chains come out and they change their tune.
Oh, so they don't like it. They don't actually like it. I thought maybe they'd like it. I've watched some emo videos, and I thought maybe they would like it.
I mean, they like Imagine Dragons and stuff, so you would think that their capacity for suffering would be pretty wide open. But once the chains and the hooks come out, they're pretty, they want to go back home.
Sure.
With me and the chains, we have kind of a bad cop, eloquent but malevolent cop relationship.
I see.
The chains are the bad cop!
Oh. Now look, some of these Cenobites, was they ever good people when they was living?
The human experience is but a mere flickering in our eye.
Yeah, but like, some of these Cenobites, was they like good people when they was living?
Good. Evil. There is no good, Possum. There is no evil. There is merely flesh. And beings like me who consume it for our entertainment.
Yes.
You will maintain your hatted status.
Oh, it falls off, Pinhead. I'm so sorry. That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Now, some of these Cenobites, when they was on Earth, living things, I know they was fleshy and they liked pleasures, but does being a Cenobite make you a worse person?
Being a Cenobite makes you an awesome Cenobite. Being a person makes you less than a Cenobite. That's just how we roll.
You ever had a cinnamon roll? A Cenobite?
Yeah, you ever had a Cinnabite?
You ever had a
You ever been to
Cenobite?
Cinnabon?
Puns are the greatest form of suffering known to man.
Well, shit.
You have risen in my esteem, Possum.
Oh, cool.
Tight.
But
Oh.
seriously, but that's actually a real question. You ever been to Cinnabon?
Oh, yeah, that shit is off the chain.
Yeah.
Because I throw my chain and then I grab one and then I eat it
You
off
eat it off the chain.
He's got like a chain. I love it. I'm
Yeah.
going in there throwing chains, getting a biscuit bun.
I will taste your misery.
I like seeing Pinhead make himself laugh. Of course, I think that might be the only times I've ever seen you laugh is when you make yourself laugh. Right?
I amuse only myself.
Yeah, right. Well, and nobody else amuses you, right?
Do you like slapstick?
I like slapping people, preferably with a chain with a hook on the end, but if a stick is the only means available, I'll settle for that.
Okay.
Now, Pinhead, tell me this: what's your favorite type of like movie comedy? Do you like or filmed comedy? Do you like Laurel and Hardy? No, I'm thinking of. Do you like Abbott and Costello or like the Three Stooges? Do you like Charlie Chaplin? A lot of these, a lot of physical comedy things. Seems like you might be into that. Seems like you might be into the constant sort of torment that, say, the Stooges experience. Marx Brothers experience a lot of torment. Though that's more cerebral, I suppose. What's your favorite of those things?
What's the fat guy who's in the movies with Will Ferrell, who shouts at Will Ferrell and like they might as well not be separate people?
The fat guy who's in the movies with Will Ferrell, and they might as well not be separate people.
They shout at each other the whole movie.
Butterball.
Are you calling John C. Reilly a fat guy?
That's him. I like that guy.
Your hat fell off again, Mr. Possum. I tried to tell you before.
I ain't picking it up.
Okay, wow.
I don't care. We're gonna do. Take this hell job and shove it.
Your defiance, pitiful though it may be, amuses me.
Good.
You may remain hatless at my leisure.
Perfect, because I am about to grab it one more time. Guess what? It's time for my favorite segment, because it's my segment. Guess what it's called? It's called What's in My Pouch. All right.
Is it called What's in My Pouch?
Yes, sir.
I win.
Sing your song. Just sing your song.
Oh, yeah, it goes like this. In my slimy pouch, I keep some different stuff. So then I pull out something out of my pouch, which is a mystery to y'all. And then you take a guess, and you take a guess, and then we discuss it. Mm-hmm. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm into that.
Pinhead, first guess. What's in my pouch?
Probably half-digested foodstuffs.
Pretty good guess. Might be the best guess I've heard on the show, actually.
You think I put half-eaten stuff in my pouch where my children live?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that sounds pretty likely.
Not tonight.
I mean, you put half-eaten stuff everywhere else I've ever seen you go.
I'm pretty bewildered by your whole eating situation.
My eating situation.
It's wildly gross.
Yeah.
That's tight coming from a Thunderbite.
It's very high praise indeed.
Now, Big Hal, what's in my pouch?
A Dolphin Gulf Shores Christmas ornament. Dolphin-shaped Gulf Shores Christmas ornament.
Well, let's have a look there. I'm afraid that's not
I was
it.
pretty sure I was going to nail it that time.
Well, let's pull out, see what's in this old slimy pouch.
You're going to love this noise.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's a good noise.
What's this?
Oh, cool.
Recognize it?
I don't know. I mean, it might be the Lament configuration, a puzzle box invented by the mad architect Le Marchand to unlock man's desires and open a gateway to the hell dimension. I mean, I don't know what it is. It looks cool. See if you can solve it.
Looks like some shiny bauble.
Cool.
Yeah, it seems real cool.
That is really...
See if you can figure it out with your fingers.
Hey, I'm going to try to solve it.
It's not hard to solve. Just fumble with your fingers for a while. You'll probably solve it by accident.
I'm going to try to solve this thing, folks.
Yeah, I'll bet you can do it.
This might get boring. We played Battleship on here a few weeks ago, and man, was it boring. Man, was it boring. So if this takes too long, I'm not gonna keep going with it. But I think I'm just gonna try to solve it real quick because it looks
sink your aircraft
cool.
carrier.
So let's see. I'm just gonna push this thing right here.
Yes.
And I'm gonna give this a little slide around that way.
Just twist and slide them all at random intervals.
Yeah. Let's see. Is there an amount of time that I'm given to solve this, or is there like
in my experience,
can I screw up?
In my experience, you just dick around with it for a while and then it opens. There's really no logic to it whatsoever.
I mean, it sounds cool. Sounds cool to me.
Yeah, it's great. You're going to love it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at this part right here.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, that part just went down a little bit. That's cool. That's neat.
Yeah, like how it segments and slides around and stuff.
Did you really think I brought this out so you could solve this thing? I'm trying to tell you
Look
not
at
to
this
mess
thing,
with
Should
man.
probably solve it.
This thing's awesome. I just love. I love. Look, I love like a little box like this that has moving parts. So like, I don't know, just something about it. It's like being. It's like being at Cracker Barrel. You got that little thing down there. I've always got to work on that thing at Cracker Barrel. I've always got to solve whatever weird box thing you give me. Also,
Solve it in one, your salvation is done. 4 or more, and you're just plain ignoramus.
there it is. There it is. I'm gonna try to solve this thing in one, Mr. Possum. What do you think of that?
He's not that smart. He's not going to solve it.
I cannot overstate how little intelligence is involved in solving the box. Like a girl could do it. Like a random girl in the movie.
I solved it on accident once.
This guy's claiming not to be misogynistic. He just said a girl could solve a puzzle box.
Or,
A girl.
A girl, or like, a lady. Or whatever. I'm not sexist.
Right. You left it open.
Yeah.
To a girl or
A lady,
Sure. Yeah.
a broad, a chippy. All types of different people can solve the box and then get murdered slowly for
Now,
eternity.
Before I slide this little part down here, that's got like got a hint of a glow behind it. Actually.
Yeah, it
Now,
does.
Mr. Possum, there was some reason you were kind of like you were kind of scoffing at me just a second ago as I started to solve this thing. What's the deal there? Do you want to turn at it? Is that what it is?
Oh, no, I've had my turn.
You've had your turn.
I think that you would not do well down there with them center bites. I think you should be very careful with what you do with your little poking fingers before you wind up with a job you don't like.
So, wait, is this the box that you used to open up the Centerbite world?
Yes, sir, that's the center bite box.
You just handed me the Centerbite opening box?
No, don't give up now. You're almost done.
I mean,
I'm not sure. I don't think I want to open that thing.
I found it in the trash, and I felt like I should bring it out so we don't have to, so we can say, hey, let's destroy this. And you was just all over it with your probing, curious
Look,
fingers.
all right, yeah, to be fair, I did grab it from you, and I did try to solve it right away.
You look like a man who enjoys a good labyrinth.
Ooh. I do. I love a labyrinth.
Right?
Yeah, they're great. They're awesome. I could just get lost in one for all the time and be tortured at the same
You
time.
certainly could.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time for break number 2. And that's not a number 2 break. That's break number 2 of the evening.
Oh, that reminds me. Do you guys? What's the bathroom situation? Are you guys like? If it's yellow, let it mellow, or what's the?
We
whole
just
scenario?
go out into the void.
Oh.
Do you see the void back there?
You got a void? Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna need to hit that void.
Yeah.
So that break's coming up, right?
Oh, it's happening right now.
Excellent.
Folks, we'll be back in just a moment to take your calls. We're going to have the phone lines up.
Void
After
in the
these
void.
messages, we'll be right back. I double clicked it.
Oh, we're back.
Shit!
That was probably a long dead space for y'all.
Oops!
But as always, our phone lines are open at 413-6592. Pinhead, go and shout that number out for the folks.
413-659 toot.
I like hearing him say toot.
Toot toot.
Oh, we did it! He did it! We got a toot toot from the Pinhead. All right. Things are really cooking tonight.
Speechless.
Yeah. Can you give us a rang dong?
Rang dong.
Yeah! Rang dong from the Pinhead.
Rang dong. Daddy's little kid. Yeah, I like that song.
Oh, I mean, look at how the phone number is just kind of coming out of the side of my neck.
Good.
That probably looks cool to you, Pinhead. That's the kind of thing
I am into that. I'm gonna have to give that a maybe if I find a telemarketer to punish, I'm like rip the phone number out of your neck. That's no. I gotta jot that down. Do you have a pen?
Yes.
Or preferably a quill inked in human fluids?
Oh, I've just got the pen.
That's fine. I'll write it on my hand.
Yeah, I just don't have that blood quill.
Yeah.
You know?
There we go. Rip phone number out of telemarketer.
I'm gonna go ahead and sort this situation out here. Oh, look at that. Way better.
We're really seeing how the sausage is made.
Way better. Okay. Now it's not coming out of my neck anymore.
Thanks.
Oh, man.
Hey, Pinhead
All right.
returns pins.
Oh, we got a call. We got a call. Is the board up on the... There we go. We got a call. I think I know who this is, actually.
Is it Trisha Paytas? Because I'm seriously trying to make that happen.
You gonna answer that phone?
Ah! I was too late.
Answer the phone, Big Howell.
I was too late.
Get that phone.
Go on and call back.
Oh my God, maybe they won't.
Go on and call back if you just tried to call us here on the line. I'm sorry I was so slow. Sorry. Just happened very quickly.
Regret is the sweetest tasting suffering.
What about awkward embarrassment on your live stream? Is that good suffering to you?
Yeah, that's not bad. It's
Just
you know when in your Halloween candy when you get sixlets
yeah.
and you're done with the main candy, but you're I'll eat those sixlets.
Who's there? Who's on the line? We got to call. We got to call back.
Hey there, man. This is the Beer Wolf. What's going on?
Oh, it's the Coors Light Beer Wolf.
Hey.
Hey there, Beer Wolf.
Greetings,
Yeah,
Wolf.
what's going on? What's happening?
Well, we're just chilling here with Pinhead from movies and I think television as well, right? Pinhead's been on TV.
Yeah,
Comics.
Yeah, I had the spot before Fallon did. It didn't test well.
Right. What are you up to tonight, Coors Light Beer Wolf?
Oh, well, I'm cracking some brews.
Yeah.
Just put the kids to sleep.
Oh yeah.
Now, what does that mean?
Poisonous gas. Good one.
Oh no, I just cooked them a sensible dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I let them watch some of their show. Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol. Yeah. So,
it's a show about me, their paw.
So, Beowulf, you have kids, I guess. This is might be news to everybody. What?
I got a whole litter of them.
Yeah. What are their names?
Well, Thomas and Ridley live with me.
Sure.
And Jackson lives with his mom, and little Donna Sue lives with her mom.
Oh, okay. So
And
different
Tyson
mother
lives
situation.
Tyson lives with his mom,
Wow.
and Ronnie lives with her mom.
So Coors Light Beerwolf is a prolific what do you call it? Breeder. He's a breeder, is what they say.
Yeah, King Dick Stud, ain't you?
Yep.
I mean,
So you're a bit of a stud.
yeah, I mean, that's the kind of image, it kind of goes with the job, so that's,
Wait, so they make you do they make you breed over there at the Coors Light factory?
I mean, it's, you know, it's not making, like, but like, you know, there's a party and the Coors Light's just flowing. It's, you know, they put the music
I've been there.
on. And
I've been to a party where the Coors Light's flowing.
And then, like, after the music stops, it's hard to keep things going, you know, to keep the, like, I got this lifestyle, and it's hard for, you know, people to keep up, and, you know, I let people down.
Man, you sound super depressed, Coors Light Beer Wolf. What's going on?
Yeah, buddy, cheer up.
You know, I don't know, maybe it's the time of the year, you know, with the leaves falling.
I thought the Coors Light Beer Wolf loved Halloween season.
I mean, I do, but it just kind of reminds me of when I started down this whole dusty road, you know?
Yeah. I know that feeling. I know that,
Like they say, like, hey, Beer Wolf, you're doing a scene with Elvira today, and I'm like, the Elvira? No shit. But now they tell me that, I'm like, well, why don't you call her Cassandra? That's her name, goddammit.
You're really taking the fun out of Elvira, though. I mean,
right.
Beer Wolf, Elvira.
I mean, like, isn't Cassandra fun too?
No.
No, it's not as fun as Elvira.
Yeah, I mean, it's Elvira, dog.
Can we get, you know, you sound so down in the dumps, man. You sound so, I don't know, like you've kind of given up the plot of the whole Beer Wolf thing. Can we get a classic Coors Light Beer Wolf howl out of you? Maybe get you going a little bit?
Yeah, let me take a sip of the old gasoline here.
Are you drinking a Coors Light?
Yeah, I mean, I'm under obligation, and I've been genetically modified so that if I drink any other beers, it'll kill me. So let me.
That's pretty badass. I gotta say, of all the genetic modifications I've heard of, that was the most badass.
Yeah, I mean, I thought so at first too, but you know, you walk down the grocery store aisle at a Wegmans, you're looking at all the other beer options, and you're like, Shock Top, huh? That sounds like it might be good.
But then imagine the horror. Imagine the horror of a young child wandering through the Wegmans and seeing his hero, the Coors Light Beer Wolf, standing in the beer aisle, picking up a Shock Top. Imagine the horror that child would experience. So I understand them wanting to kill you if you ever drank anything else. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it'd be pretty scary for a kid to see the Coors Light Beer Wolf's insides liquefying from reacting to the Shock Top he was drinking.
That part would be especially scary. Possum, you got one of your classic daytime chat show questions for the Coors Light Beer Wolf over here?
Yeah, this question's for the Beer Wolf. You seem like you've got a pretty good figure, despite all the poor diet and beer. How do you keep up your figure?
Oh, well, I don't
look
eat
great.
much.
You do look great, Coors Light Beer Wolf.
Thanks. I mean, that's part of the contract. They got me working out, and they got me on a super strict diet. It's all meat and Coors Light.
It's all meat.
So
it's all meat and Coors Light.
Yeah, it's all meat and Coors Light.
Are you describing your body or your diet?
Sounds like both.
I guess it's both, really. I guess that's what I see when I look in the mirror, right?
I got another question.
That fur and a baseball cap.
Your babies, your baby dogs, your family. They see their daddy drinking, and maybe their daddy isn't in the best mood. Are they scared of you? Do they don't want to? I bet you don't want to grow up and be like their daddy. He's such a sad asshole.
I mean,
Wow, kind of rude to the beer wolf.
I get thrilled in
I
the voice.
haven't really thought of that. I mean,
You hadn't thought about how you're
how
a
do
sad
they,
asshole and your kids are ashamed of you? You hadn't thought about that?
I would totally think about that if I were you.
You ever considered
I
the
mean,
suffering?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't think about that. Like, I figured because I'm putting bread on the table that's just good enough. But it isn't, right?
Doesn't sound
It
like you're
probably
putting
isn't.
bread on the table. It sounds like you're putting meat and Coors Light on the table, and that's it.
That Lagunitas in the grocery aisle is looking tastier and tastier, isn't it?
Yeah,
See,
I
yeah,
mean,
Pinhead back here wants you to melt your insides with a different beer, like a Red Stripe or something.
You know, it's the beer James Bond drank in Dr. No. Did you know
what,
that?
Red Stripe?
Yeah, Red Stripe.
How about that?
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you were saying Lagunitas. Was
No,
the beer
no,
you
no.
drank.
Lagunitas. I wouldn't think Lagunitas. That's
One time he
Very
drank a
cheap.
Stiegel. I think that was in
Oh,
Tomorrow Never Dies.
He drank a Stiegel like a Radler?
Yeah.
He drank a... James
Yeah.
Bond drank a Radler.
It was the Pierce Brosnan era. It was not it was
okay,
not good
okay.
times.
Right.
They're like, sure, drink a grapefruit beer. It's just Pierce Brosnan.
You know what? Those are great if you just put a little tequila in them. Those Radlers.
That is correct.
Yeah, those are great if you throw a little tequila in there. I'm sorry to be talking about other possible drinks you could drink, Coors Light, Beer Wolf, since it sounds like you're not able to drink any of them or change your appearance in any way. You're probably not allowed to take that cap off.
no, my it's kind of grown into my skin at this point.
You sound
So
downright
if
like
I-
a Cenobite.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. You want to let me send you a link to our application.
Is it an email? Because this old dog is not that good with the tech stuff.
It more just shows up at your door. It's generally brought by a crow or like the severed hand of your uncle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So wait, like, you'd buy me out of my Coors Light contract?
Oh, I think you'll find our contract much more binding. With chains and stuff.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
into kinky stuff. We're
Yeah, yeah.
Cenobites.
Yeah, these guys are the Cenobites. You might have heard of the Cenobites. Butterball, Chatterbox, the female.
Oh, yeah, I've heard
You're just
of
gonna keep
lady
rubbing that in, aren't
Cenobite.
you?
Yeah, I am. I'm sorry, what was that? Coors Light Beer Wolf?
What's that? I heard a lady Cenobite. I met her at a party a few years ago.
Oh, yeah.
She wanted me to introduce her to Cassandra, but I don't want to do that. Like, come on, man, be cool.
She's pretty hot, that lady Cenobite. She looks like Darth Vader right before he died.
She's fine, I guess.
So you do or do not want to become a Cenobite? Because I have a feeling this guy could just break the walls apart at your house right now and grab you with a bunch of chains.
Oh yeah, walls
you-
are like nothing to us. We're just like in there.
Yeah.
Careful, Betty. This guy's like a car salesman. He's like, what do I gotta do to get you in these chains?
Yeah.
And you gotta be like, oh, let me check it out first. Be careful.
I mean, you're already got skin fusing to stuff. You're halfway to Cenobite as it is.
I don't know, man. I got a commercial shoot tomorrow, and they're flying me down to Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah.
Colorado,
So,
you are acquainted with suffering.
Now, how are you not always in Colorado? How are you? Where do you live the rest of the time? Coors Light Beer Wolf.
Oh, right now. Oh, I mean, I got a house in Malibu.
Sounds awesome.
Or wait, I said it wrong. I got a house in Malibu.
That's it.
There we go. We're starting
Now
to get a
you're
little
fun.
We're starting to get a little howl out of the wolf.
Now we like you.
Yeah.
I didn't like you when you
Yeah.
were sad.
Yeah, they
Your
like me
family's not
now.
telling you the truth. People only like you when you're fun. Buddy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. Don't I know it, man?
Yep.
Look, I,
So sad. God damn.
if I can get sincere for a second, I can relate to the caller. I remember when Hellraiser Inferno came out direct to video, and I kind of felt like, what's the point?
Yeah.
But you just gotta.
I said that too when Hellraiser Inferno came out on Straight to Video.
we all did. Look, the point is, you are what you are, and that's
So wait,
all
when
you can be.
When you were watching Hellraiser Inferno, you weren't thinking to yourself, "Hey, this director, I think he's going places. I can't wait to see him direct Doctor Strange by Marvel Studios."
Yeah, I was super into him casting a British actor with a terrible American accent as Doctor Strange.
Oh God! Now we're gonna have a couple of movie nerds hollering at each other. Might as well get dragged over into the Centerbite hell anyway.
This
you know
is
what I mean?
hell.
Yeah.
He can't do an American accent. Him, Tom Hardy, it's a bunch of European weirdos trying to be all American. It's weird. I don't like it.
He's fine in the role. He's fine.
Tom Hardy's American. Look at that body. That's an American baby boy.
Films have their own kind of weird logic where sometimes somebody having a faint accent is just it just makes them larger than life if you really care.
So it sounds like if somebody just wanted to torture you, Pinhead, they just have a bunch of British fuckers speak American in a bad accent.
That would pretty much do it, yeah. But don't tell anyone.
Oh, wow.
Or put this on the internet.
Ooh, we found out a way to defeat Pinhead, folks. That'll be coming to you in Hellraiser 16, the next one, probably called Hellraiser Final Countdown or something.
Yes.
And then somebody will just strap him into that machine from Clockwork Orange that holds his eyeballs open.
It'd be cold.
And he'll have to watch Doctor Strange and what other, like pretty much every. Isn't Jude Law one of them? Isn't he? Yeah, we'll have to watch.
Speak not those words to me.
He'll have to watch Road to Perdition until he blows up.
Ugh. God. See it in theaters, but probably not. Oh, by all means, though, yeah. Let's give Halloween another try. Yeah, let's watch this guy try to kill Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, we all love Michael Myers. Let's put that in theaters. The guy who can't close the deal on the mom from Christmas with the Cranks. It's fucking bullshit.
Well, I'm glad you called in, Beowulf, because we didn't have any whiny has-beens on the show before you did. So it's good to have you. It's good to have you on here.
They made Leprechaun Origins.
Okay, well, thanks for having me.
Hey, man, feel better. Go on and get a good night's sleep. Maybe take a little MDMA. You'll probably feel a little better after that.
My advice is feel better as soon as you can, because nobody's going to want to be around you if you're sad for too long. Have a good night, Beowulf.
That's
Okay,
good
well,
advice from the possum. That's a rare bit of good advice from someone who eats trash all night long.
That's right, I speak it.
Thank you so much for calling in, Coors Light Beer Wolf. Call in anytime. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's crying. Oh, he's crying while he was doing his little Beer Wolf
Oh
out.
my God, he can
Yeah.
What
really
a shame.
bear it.
I got kind of a half chub off of it.
Yeah. Have you heard someone at such depths of torment in all your time? You probably have.
It's in that guy was probably top 17 torment.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know what I didn't get when I was down there in the Centerbite hell?
A shower.
True.
Come on.
Too much. I'd be watching Centerbite internet, just hanging out on my break.
Right.
You got Netflix over there?
Well, they had a YouTube of sorts, and a lot of Faces of Death kind of stuff on it. But sometimes the internet was so bad down there that it wouldn't load immediately, and there'd be this little circle wheel, and it would just say suffering. And I didn't care. I didn't care for that.
Toot toot!
Toot toot.
Toot toot.
Yeah. That gets a classic toot toot from me.
Yes, sir.
All right, go on and give us a call here at 413-6592 if you would like to talk to Pinhead for some reason. Let's see.
Well, I think we should address some of Jazzarino's things from an hour ago.
You know what? You're right. Jazzarino, hope you're still with us. Sorry we didn't answer any of your comments from a while ago. I date that gut guy. Who wouldn't?
She likes a tub of guts.
Yeah.
It's her type.
Who doesn't like a tub of
Maybe
guts?
it's her type. It's a tub of guts.
Man, there's just a lot you can do with a tub of guts.
Yeah.
You know?
Squash it,
Yep.
marsh it, marry it,
Smother it, cover it.
junk it.
That's right.
Pop it, twist it.
A lot of flexibility, a lot of versatility you got when you're just a bundle of guts.
Oh yeah, big old sack of guts. And she says, "I'm so ready for that fat Halloween guy costume."
Yeah, I'm so ready for that fat Halloween guy costumes. I'm so ready for fat Halloween. Oh, like the inflatable ones? Is that what she's talking about?
I think she's talking about that old gut guy.
Oh, all right. Okay. I mean, it is the sexiest time of year when guys go out wearing costumes that make them look fat.
Yep.
Guys look a little more rich, a little more happy, a little fatter.
They get
great.
that fall time glow.
Yeah, that fall glisten, that little ham glaze that us big boys get in the fall time.
You get the ham glaze.
Yeah, we get that ham. We get that delightful, the sun goes down a little bit earlier and shines upon our faces, gets our little ham glaze going on.
I was wondering.
You don't know much about that because you don't have any sweat glands.
No, I just kind of pant. You know. I was wondering.
Pinhead, you still got sweat glands? You still sweat at all?
No, I just mostly ooze.
You ooze. What kind of
ooze.
stuff do you ooze?
You know, effluvium,
Okay.
vitriolic fluids, bile.
Bile? Yeah, so you still got a lot of bile.
Yeah.
Now, you bleed, right?
Kind in a way. You ever cut open a Stretch Armstrong doll?
I can't say I've ever done that. I've
It's
never got
kind
one
of like that.
It's got like toothpaste in there.
Yeah, it's like a toothpastey
Yeah.
kind of goopy.
So they have a fluid inside of them, or like a cream of some kind.
Yeah,
Stretch
it's-
Armstrong.
It's where we keep. Yeah, it's where we keep the
They're not
suffering.
solid all the way through.
No, there is a viscous fluid inside of Stretch Armstrong.
Can you eat it? Can you eat the insides of a Stretch Armstrong?
Yes, it is the greatest delicacy, for no being knows more suffering than Stretch Armstrong. Yes, Possum. You wish to taste of the suffering of Stretch Armstrong. You may make a disciple of the Cinnabites yet.
That really tickled you.
Oh, Stretch really just gets it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes, he does.
But the thing is, he's already kind of done. Stretch Armstrong in life was real stretchy, and he was just in terrible pain. You taking me, put him in his center butt world. What you gonna do you haven't seen before? Stretch? Seen it? I think you should give old Stretch Armstrong some bones.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
break 'em.
Yeah. Bones Armstrong.
Yeah, call him
Call him
bones.
Bones Armstrong.
I'm into that, yes.
The one, because he'll be the one guy with bones at that point. You're noted as Bones Armstrong because you got bones.
Yeah.
Get it? You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right. So it's almost time for us to start our debate. I don't know. We should wait until after the break though to do that. We got a few more comments from Jazzarino. We got I don't know what these mean.
Well, she says, love that big boy shit.
Well, shit, exactly.
She says, love that big boy glaze.
Jazzarino's on some big boy stuff tonight. I like that. I like it. She's really talking up the realm of the big boy. It is big boy season. Be sure to give that big boy in your life a little bit of extra love this time of year.
The realm of the big boy. Is that your center bite world? Or you?
The realm, yeah, it is.
It's
We
like
sit
if you
around-
take a turn, you take a left turn out of the labyrinth.
Yeah, and you go over to my labyrinth, which is just a cluttered old wood-paneled basement with a bunch of lazy boys in it, and you just sit around getting fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter.
Sign me up. Shit, toot toot.
Toot toot. Doesn't that sound like just heaven?
Sounds like
Oh, my
heaven right
God.
up credit corner around from hell.
All right,
Closer to it every day.
we got a toot toot from Holly Redmond.
Toot toot.
Toot toot, Holly. We got Kathy. Ooh, Kathy's from the future. We got Kathy 200,618. Toot toot.
Toot toot.
Toot.
She's from way into the future. I wonder what it's like. Kathy, thank you so much for tuning in. Please tell us what it's like. What is that? 100 and... No, that's straight up like 200,000 years into the future, basically. Right.
Well, yes, I mean, Kathy was...
I don't want to do the math to
Kathy
figure out.
was
I want to
taking his
subtract
name.
2,000 from 200,000. But, all right. Tell us what it's like if there's any people left, if there's just like one big snake that everybody is sort of merged into, and it's just kind of a desert. Just tell us what that's like.
What?
Have they evolved flippers, or do they still have fingers? Fingers supple enough to solve, say, I don't know, an intricate puzzle box. That's what interests me.
Yeah, well, because you're going to be put out of business if nobody can solve a puzzle box in 200,000 years.
Yeah, I've got...
What are you going to do?
I don't know, man. We're already talking about layoffs at the factory. It's rough times to be a Cenobite.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, and what about, I mean, we're talking about global extinction within the next 100 years or something, right? Just with the amount that people are being forced to drink Coors Light it's being added to everybody's contracts. We'll talk about that later. I haven't mentioned that to you before, Mr. Possum. But that's an impending thing that's coming up.
I could use cold beer.
Yeah. Well, it'll soon be the only thing anyone can consume.
That's fine. I could go for one.
And they're talking about some kind of global extinction event. What happens then? What happens to you? We were talking about this with Freddy Krueger a little earlier. What happens to Freddy Krueger? Is he just floating out in space? You just going to be over there in the hell dimension just hanging out if there's no people left?
I mean, yeah, I guess if there's no people, then there's no one to suffer. Ban plastic straws. Sip with your mouth. Let the liquid touch your lips.
Listen, Pinhead, you're not taking my goddamn straws away from me.
They wash the glasses fine. I'm sure they wash the glasses behind the bar when they're done with the glasses.
Pinhead, you ain't taking my plastic straws away from me. My plastic straws are a God-given right. The Second Amendment protects guns and plastic straws.
I will take the straws. I will jam them into your retinas for eternity.
Okay, that sounds cool, actually.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I just thought of that.
Yeah. No, that'd be a cool punishment.
It's kind of what I do.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of straws. All right, it's 11:30. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We got another comment from Kathy over here. Lazy fat boys. I think she's just talking to us. I think that was just a comment to all of us. So thank you, Kathy.
The two of you.
I think she's talking to all of us.
I am svelte. I wear latex all the time.
Svelte.
I think she's talking to all of us, guys.
Fat. Svelte. Fat. Svelte. Fat. Svelte. Fat. 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 Svelte. Fat.
Are you having an episode?
We're playing Duck Duck Goose, but it's called...
Playing svelte,
Fat,
svelte.
svelte.
Fat, fat, svelte.
Fat, fat, svelte. Fat, fat, svelte. Fat, fat, svelte. Fat, fat.
I like the game. I don't like the way it's currently being played.
I like knowing.
I don't like the implication that if you play this game, you can only say svelte to people who aren't fat.
I don't like the implication that you were on a children's playground long enough to get an inkling of what Duck Duck Goose is like.
Well, he lives right behind a children's playground.
Oh, that is unsettling.
What?
Isn't it? All right, we got Heaven. Jezrino says Heaven. I think she's talking about my little labyrinth, my lazy boy Heaven.
Let me tell you, if there was I believe a puzzle box to solve to get into your little...
That's what I need to do.
Fate lazy boy Heaven, I think she'd solve it to get up in that.
Hey, Pinhead, where'd you get the box? How'd you make it? Or is the world inside the box? Do I need to make the world first and then get a box?
Look, Brad Pitt, you gotta quit shouting questions about the box to me. Get it? 'Cause you saw that movie, right?
Yeah. I saw it.
Man.
That's what Brad
No,
Pitt
but
does.
yeah, like a weird French murdery guy made it, and then it, you open it.
Wasn't he just like really good at puzzles? Wasn't that just the guy? Just really good at puzzles.
He made mechanical birds. And everyone was like, "Look at that! It's like a bird, but it's not."
Yeah.
And he was like, "I think I'll murder everyone and make a puzzle box." And then we were like, that's cool. We'll climb into that and suffer forever.
And you guys were already there, right? Weren't you guys already doing your thing?
I mean, I haven't seen the movies in a while, but as I recall, that's how it was.
I think they kind of messed that up too. We talked about the Freddy movies. They kind of messed around with the mythology. I think they kind of screwed around with you guys too in the movies because it makes perfect sense in the story if there's just a dimension and you guys are there. Right. And then somebody makes a puzzle box.
This guy made a puddle box 20 minutes ago. I am soaking in it.
Yeah. All right.
I will accept your high five, but sincerely, it is gross. I am not enjoying my time here.
Oh, that's good, but you like that. You like not enjoying your time.
Pouch is leaking.
So, But no, it makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense if you guys are already there. You're over in that dimension.
Yes.
Somebody makes a box that opens a world to that dimension, right?
Right.
And then you guys come over. But then after they did that, then they were like, oh, actually, you were like some World War I guy or something, right?
It makes perfect sense.
They messed it up a little.
There's no contra. I'm an endless, eternal, forever being, and also a guy from the 1910s. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, similar stuff.
Leprechaun Origins.
Are they going to make a Pinhead Origins?
I don't know, man. I'm way cooler than any of those guys. I don't get it.
Isn't there just a Pinhead? Isn't there a Pinhead movie? I mean, it was probably like straight to video or something, but I think there is a movie that's just like a Pinhead movie, right? Am I wrong about that?
Well, when we come back from the break, we are going to discuss, is Chucky cool, yes or no? Stick around.
Thanks for tuning in to Big Howell and Possum. And we're back!
You know, it's funny, when I was on the Centerbite internet, that was like the only thing good that was on. That dancing skeleton with the cowboy hats.
Yeah, we like that one a lot.
The rest of it was like a lot of cute chimps being killed with a knife. Awful. Awful.
That's terrible. Like, what's that movie called? The Cannibal Holocaust. That's got a bunch of animals dying in it.
I thought you were going to say Congo.
That one probably does too. Mm-hmm. Is Congo on heavy rotation on your Centerbite World?
Yeah, we like
TVs?
to slip that one in every now and then.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one to throw in. So, folks, we got a conversation topic tonight. Debate topic, I suppose.
Yes. We've already asked the internet what they thought.
Yes, we have asked y'all what you think about the question tonight was, is Chucky cool?
Is he cool?
Is he cool? And let's hold off on our opinions of Chucky, Child's Play Chucky, real quick, and just look into what folks answered in the poll. Where is it? Oh, here we go. All right. On Facebook. Posted this to Facebook under Howell Dottie. That's Facebook, Howell Dottie. Is Chucky cool? And 10% said yeah, and 90% said nope. Nope, not cool.
Y'all don't know Chucky.
10% seems high.
Now.
Sorry.
We're not supposed to reveal
sorry.
our opinions of the little guy, Chucky.
Opinions are like assholes. You don't show them until 10 minutes to midnight.
That was a nice.
You like that?
That's like what some Mark Twain would say.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Twain. Classic humorist.
Yep. All right. And over on Twitter, we've got Is Chucky Cool? And 44% said yeah, and 56% said nope. So it's a pretty heavy nope from the internet.
I like Chucky.
From social media. Social media does not think Chucky is cool.
I like Chucky.
I know you like Chucky. I know you've been getting into Chucky. And I'll be honest, film-wise, the first few Chuckies, first 3 or so Chuckies, are fine films. Worthy additions to the American horror canon.
I like hanging out with Chucky. I like being with Chucky.
This guy's been hanging out with Chucky, though.
I like to be with Chucky.
You don't like to be with Chucky. You just think you like to be with Chucky because right now
he's funny.
He says the things you like to hear.
He's funny.
Chucky's pretty good at knowing how to make people like him. He's not good long-term friendship. And he's a sketchy dude.
Sketchy?
He's a sketchy little shit is what he is. Chucky.
Shit, I'm sketchy.
He's just trying to get stuff out of you. Chucky's a taker.
I ain't got nothing. Chucky, do your worst and be fun, Chucky.
Pinhead.
Come on, Chucky.
Pinhead, what do you think of Chucky?
Yeah, no, I mean, he's totally a horror icon. You know, all the great architects of human suffering have 2 whole movies where they get married to the blonde chick from Liar Liar. Yeah, Chucky's great at being shitty at murdering people.
Yeah.
Are you insulting Chucky's wife?
He's a doll.
Right,
He's a
Chucky.
doll person.
He's a goody. What's his name? He's a buddy boy. He's a good buddy.
His face is like a football.
He's a buddy boy. He's a good buddy. It's
a good buddy.
It's like my buddy or something, or my pal. Buddy boy. It is buddy boy.
Buddy boy, my
like
buddy.
Yes.
Buddy.
Yeah. Well, no. Now, don't let that fool you. Because that's just the doll that his soul was put into. He wasn't like born a buddy boy.
What do you mean?
Chucky wasn't born a buddy boy. He was like a mass murderer, sort of psycho, sociopath guy. He was a guy, you know what? Really, in a lot of ways, a lot like me, except a mass murderer.
What?
So imagine a guy my age who's done a lot of murdering and looks a little scrappy and a little haggard and a little bit like he's, like he's been inflated with an air hose. And then he gets the the electric chair or the gas chamber, some crap. He gets killed by the state for murdering people, and then his soul is transported into the body of a little buddy or a good buddy or a buddy boy doll, whatever it's called.
Which makes 0 sense. They didn't even use an intricate puzzle box. How'd his soul even get there?
Oh, I think it's like a voodoo witch puts him in there, I think.
Like that Godsmack song?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. No,
Right,
it is
you're
cool.
winning me over.
That part's cool. That part totally makes sense. That part actually makes way more sense than some guy in France in the 1800s making a box that brings a World War I soldier to your house to rip your skin off.
Did I mention he was a mad architect?
Yeah, okay. But I don't think Chucky long term is cool. He's all right at a couple parties. If he shows up at a couple parties, he's all right. The minute you start actually hanging out with him, he's just take. He just wants to make he wants to drag your life down to his level. That's all he's in for.
But he's funny.
You think Chucky's funny?
Chucky's funny. I call him up on the phone. I'm like, hey, Chucky boy. And he starts laughing. We have a fun relationship.
Is
Chucky
it that he's
boy.
funny, or is it that he laughs at the one thing you say to him and that makes you think he's funny?
Well, I guess he just laughs at stuff I say.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I laugh at stuff you say all the time, buddy.
Yeah, but
Why are you hanging out with Chucky all of a sudden?
Chucky's new. You know, you're an old shoe.
Man.
Chucky's new. He's a new buddy. Chucky boy.
You know who's cooler than Chucky?
Who?
Chucky from Rugrats.
Chucky from Rugrats.
Cooler than Chucky from Child's Play.
Is he? What's he like? Is he?
He was the voice of reason for Tommy Pickles. Every time Tommy Pickles was like, let's get out of our crib and have an adventure, Chucky would be like, I don't know, Tommy.
Oh, he's like a Jiminy Cricket?
Yes.
I don't need no Jiminy Cricket in my life. I'm Pickles for life. I don't like being talked out of craziness.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that about you.
You smell like lifelong pickles.
Well, life
He's
is
got
a
you
pickle
there.
jar, you know.
Is it?
Life is definitely a pickle jar.
Is that because you never know what you're going to get?
Well, just because you're laying around in vinegar.
You're gonna get a pickle. It's a jar of pickles.
That's not the way my mom explained it to me.
Man, screw Chucky.
You never know what you're going to get in a jar of pickles.
You're gonna get a pickle.
Yeah, it's a pickle.
But life's like a pickle jar.
God bless you. Or, whatever.
Wow.
It's an old habit.
Wow.
God bless you from Pinhead.
Look,
That's incredible.
I'm just being polite.
Now, he doesn't say Gesundheit because he was a World War I soldier, and he doesn't like that. He doesn't like that Kaiser. He doesn't like that Kaiser guy. So,
Krauts will fall before us.
all right. So, what were we talking about? Oh, right. Life's like a pickle jar because you never know what you're gonna get.
No,
but it's gonna be a pickle. That's the expression.
Oh my God.
That's
Life is like
All
a
right.
pickle
life
jar.
is like a pickle jar.
Because the longer you lay around in it, the more you're going to become a pickle. You're going to become sour and bitter. Some people are going to like it, but most people just, I miss you cucumber self. You know? Like, what?
So life is the experience of being pickled.
Yes,
is your point.
life will pickle you.
You can try to make it sweet, but that will just make it more disgusting.
Oh,
I
nobody
disagree.
wants no
I
gherkin.
disagree. A sweet gherkin? Oh my lord!
No.
I love a sweet gherkin.
I hate sweet gherkins. I need a nice big dill pickle.
You do need a nice big dill pickle, my
Yes. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
you do.
Oh, don't,
friend. Yeah,
don't
he
make
does.
it. Nah.
He needs one. He needs one bad.
Come on, don't do
Look
that.
at him. Look at him.
Don't do that with it.
Have you ever seen a guy who
Not my
has
nice
needed?
pickle metaphor.
Have you ever seen a guy who needed a nice big dill pickle more than this guy
don't
right
get
here?
dirty with it. That's not
Yeah.
cool.
All right.
Trying to be profound.
Holly says you get more flavor. Now, there are so many things we've talked about in the last few minutes that you get more flavor could be referring to.
She's way back on sun chips.
She's talking about so she's talking about pickles. She's saying
That's right, don't get it twisted.
don't get it twisted. She's saying life is Holly, if I understand this correctly, this is another antecedent to the statement life's like a pickle jar. You get more flavor. I like that one. You know? That's a
know.
good expression.
Then what? Not life?
Yeah, then if you're dead. Or if you're never born.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like an anti-abortion statement or something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's the point of
In
it.
the center.
It's a child, not a choice.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Here we go with
Sorry.
Pinhead.
Oh boy.
I got preachy.
Yeah. Well, you know. And I understand. It's your bit. You're in the business of torturing people.
Make more children so
Make
I
more
can hurt
children.
them.
Yeah.
This makes
That's
sense.
totally true. Also, also the Republican Party platform, if you know what I mean. If you know what I'm saying.
Waka, waka, waka.
Sorry. We hate to do that. We hate to do that here on the show, but it has to happen sometimes.
You are jackhammering that boing button.
Good lord, he's good at that. He's real good at that.
It's like a shootout with a bunch of boing boing machine guns.
You're like
What I would like to have done is while you were doing the on the drum machine, I would like to have scrolled over to the number of people watching and just watch that thing go. Just watch that thing taper right off. That would be fun. That would be fun. I'd like to see because it would almost happen in rhythm, like the people falling off.
Think so?
Yeah. So where are we at with Chucky? So we got 1-4. We got 2 opposed. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of his crap. He was all right at first, but he's a waste of time. overall, and he just comes into your life and just makes it worse and just takes from you and manipulates you and gets everybody around him involved in all kinds of stupid schemes and garbage.
He's just upset because Chucky came in his house once and he didn't take off his little shoes and he made some mud mess on his carpet.
Blood mess, actually. Blood mess.
It was brown.
It was blood. Old blood is brown.
That's
Back
true.
me up on this.
Yeah. No, I've seen a lot of blood get old.
Old blood is brown.
Yes.
Oh, neat freak over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Chucky's cool.
It's not cool. He's not cool.
I'm going to hang out with him after the show, probably.
Ugh.
We're going to scurry around. He scurries, I laugh. I'm like, you look so funny. And he says the same thing about me when I scurry around.
He's just gonna kill you, and not even in like a cool way where like the skin from your face is like hanging from chains, like in a cool art exhibity way. He's just gonna like stab you with a knife, or like at best suffocate you with a plastic bag. And that's it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Yeah.
until that moment, I'm going to enjoy Chucky.
What's the coolest Chucky did? Didn't he blow somebody up with like a grenade launcher at some point? I think in like Chucky 3, he blows somebody up with a rocket or a bazooka or some crap.
How can he hold a bazooka with his doll arms?
I mean, how can he stab someone enough to die with his doll arms? But he does that all the time. He does it all the time.
No, the best Chucky death
Yeah.
is when he rips off his little baby hand and he shoves it in a person's mouth and he says, "Careful, choking hazards."
Which movie did that happen in?
I don't know. One of them.
It's a good one.
Do you
It's a pretty good one.
do you
What
think-
if they were all...
Sorry, no, go ahead.
What if they were all toy-related puns? What if all of the Chucky deaths were all choking hazard, or he said some assembly required, or if
chops up the guy.
battery's not included?
Oh yeah,
like,
that's where he's at a fish restaurant and he dunks a guy's head in a vat full of batter, and he says battery not included.
See, I understand why you don't do this in your films now, because you don't do the one-liners as you're killing people.
I like the batter joke.
I mean, it was fine. It was okay. But let me ask you this: have you ever been like, when somebody's being like pulled to shreds by one of your chain things or whatever? Have you ever just walked up and been like, feeling stretched a little thin or something? You know, like, you ever try that? You ever do that?
I mean, yeah. One time I had someone on the chain. You know, I dabble in it and it doesn't work out. I had a guy on the chain and he was struggling to break free. He said, "Oh, help, let me go." And I said, "You'll never break the chain." But he was like a 90s kid, so he didn't know who Fleetwood Mac was.
So he didn't know who Fleetwood Mac was.
Yeah, and it was like...
Yeah, it's such a fine line with those kinds of one-liner things where it's two things have to happen. One, the person has to get the reference.
Yeah,
Obviously.
what's the point?
Obviously, if the person doesn't get the reference, if that's not the last thought running through their head is, "Oh, he got me," you know. If he's just going like, "Why would you say that?" and then he's dead, you've ruined the whole thing. And then the other thing is, you can't second guess it, Pinhead. You can't be self-conscious about it at all. If you're going to do a one-liner as you're offing somebody, you got to be committed. You got to be like, this is the funniest thing that's ever happened. You got to be sure of it. And if you're not sure of it, it's not going to work.
Maybe like I could go to like a guy who's playing video games and get him with the chain and then be like, a link to the past. Huh?
Now, I'm not sure I understand that. What does that mean?
Because Link from The Legend of Zelda, and then the link in the chain.
And then a chain link.
Yeah.
A link to the past.
Right?
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. It's very Freddy Krueger, but also kind of...
God.
It's Freddy Krueger, but like a little too specific to one platform, you know?
Yeah, so maybe like more...
Yeah. Let's think about it a little bit more.
Also, like, Link to the Past, like, you're not dragging him into the past. You're dragging him into hell.
That's a good point.
I mean, but the past Okay, all right. What about like if I'm what if I'm a guy's watching a play, and I hit him with the chain, and I'm like, how was the play, Mr. Lincoln?
Oh, no, that's
Any good?
We called him LinkedIn because people like that.
Oh, yeah, so double up on the puns.
Yeah, Abraham LinkedIn.
Possum's leading you astray here. That would not work.
What? LinkedIn?
No?
Wouldn't work.
LinkedIn. He's linked in with the chain.
Let's role play it. I'm watching a play.
Right.
I'm let's see. I'm just sitting here enjoying the old play. I don't know that Pinhead is behind me. And what's going on?
Chain you.
Oh, what is this? Oh, no.
Enjoying the play, Mr. Lincoln. LinkedIn. Are you enjoying the...
All right.
Good, right?
No,
I feel like
good.
that went well.
It did not go well. Let's do it one more time,
Okay.
but how about this?
Right.
We'll really get them this time.
You want me to use the real chain? That's what it's missing, is the realism.
No, please
You need me to get an actual chain and hook you with it. That's exactly it.
Stretch him.
No. We're role-playing this. You're not dragging me to the actual world.
All right.
Especially not with this lame-ass line. But I think we can make it one little bit better.
Okay.
You got to get LinkedIn, right?
Sure.
So it's got to be enjoying the play, Mr. LinkedIn. But let's say Babraham LinkedIn, reference to Wayne's World, of course. So we're really stacked here on our references, and I think we're going to get there.
We're building a puzzle box.
We're building of
one-liners.
This is a good hat configuration.
There's an old hat on
This
that.
is a good lament configuration of a hat I've got going on right here. I actually really like the way this looks.
Yeah, you do like the sound of a hat on a hat, don't you?
I sure do. All right, so I'm sitting here, I'm enjoying the play. I'm certainly not ready to be dragged to hell with a simultaneous American history, job, social media, and Wayne's World reference at the same time.
Here comes the chain. Enjoying the play, Babe, Pig in the City, Braham, LinkedIn. Huh? I threw in an extra one.
It gets better with every one you throw in.
Yeah, I'm getting the hang of this.
Yes.
You know what I think?
Chucky might be all right.
I think you actually did it. I think you did it. I think you sold me on this line.
Felt good.
Babe,
you want to try it with the real chain? We'll try it with the real chain.
Nah.
We could totally. I have endless amounts of them.
Rip him up.
Maybe at the end of the show, we got about 5 minutes left of the show. Let me decide if I want to continue living a normal life or if I just want to get dragged back to the hell dimension with you. I think 5 minutes is good to decide that. Oh yeah, I've only got a little bit more solving to do here on this puzzle box. That'll call all your friends. Or your employees. They're not your friends, are they?
They're
employees. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, would you say you're more of a CEO or more of a HR director?
I'm like,
or like a regional manager?
It's much more of a mom and pop operation, I think, than people think. It's much less of a corporate vibe and more like, come on in. Get you some chains in your sternum.
You guys ever think about selling some like jams and jellies on the side of the road? Just getting people more familiar with you, more comfortable with your mom and pop organization.
So maybe
you ever think about that?
So you got the chains and the suffering, but also like here's some apple butter in a jar.
You guys ever think about selling a little apple butter? It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, we could give that a shot. I mean, in this economy, I'll try anything.
In this economy? What's happening there with the music?
It's getting hellish.
Yeah, it's torture. Which I suppose is appropriate.
Yeah.
So don't we let the guests decide the final word, which I feel pretty confident is going to go my way on the whole Chucky versus Chucky's cool versus Chucky's not cool.
I went in thinking Chucky's not cool, but after trying out some more one-liners, you kind of got me won over. I think Chucky is cool.
Oh wow, that went That went away I was not expecting.
I win!
You gave Possum a win, which is in your own kind of way. It's a way of tormenting me, I suppose. That sounds loud as hell. Is that super loud? Matt's on the line. Or not on the line. Matt's in the chat.
Love isn't always on time.
Matt's in the chat. He says, toot, 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 Matt.
Toot, toot.
Thanks for joining us. It's a little late in the show. We've only got 5 more minutes. We've only got 5 more minutes here on YouTube entirely. We got a couple things to plug now that I think about it. One, we got to mention once again, as we did at the beginning of the show, that we are moving to Twitch.
Twitch!
We are making a switch to Twitch. These shows will still be uploaded to YouTube after the fact. We'll be saving the shows and sticking them on here. So you'll still be able to watch the shows, but if you want to interact, I think you're going to have to log into... I mean, you can watch it no matter what. But to comment in Twitch, you're going to have to log into Twitch, which is the same as here on YouTube. It's just, I think, less people have Twitch accounts. But you're going to have to go and sort that out. You're going to have to figure that out. But it'll be great. It'll be great over there on Twitch. It's more of a community built around this kind of crap that we're doing. It's kind of stupid, waste of time crap that we do.
Excuse me, sir. My time is valuable.
My experience says that's about right.
Fair enough.
So, we're excited. We're excited to move over to Twitch. Once again, you will be able to watch these shows still here. But we're going to try out a different platform. As I said at the beginning of the show, we're ramblers. We're not tied to any particular fence post or tree, except for our wives. And we gotta go where we feel our heart is pushing us. And right now, our heart is pushing us over to Twitch. Because there's a guy over there, what's his name? A ninja, who's making just millions and millions of dollars. And all he's doing is playing some dumb old video game. And we're here, we got Pinhead from the movies, and we're making jokes, and we're talking about headlines, and we're doing all kinds of fun stuff. I got a big old possum in overalls here, who's my best friend. And all kinds of stuff is going on this, and I think we're going to do great over on Twitch, so you got to join us over there. All right, the other plug is...
We are doing a Halloween special.
Halloween special.
That's right. It's going to be at the Zanzibar here in Louisville, Kentucky at
Zanzibar.
9 p.m. on October 26th. That's next Friday.
October 26th.
There's
Zanzibar, Preston Street, Louisville, Kentucky.
There's going to be chills. There's going to be thrills. We got guests coming out. We got a musical guest. It's going to be fun.
Tyler Lance Walker Gill is going to be performing some tunes live there, right on stage. We're going to have all kinds of surprises. We're going to have...
My ex-wife might be coming. She always says she's going to come to stuff. She might be coming. We'll see.
You got an ex-wife?
Yeah.
Is she a possum?
No. Oh, no, sir, she is
I didn't know you had an ex-wife. I'm interested to see... Okay, I'm interested. I'm. You know what? I think I might buy a ticket.
You should.
I think I'm going to come.
Yeah.
So,
It'll
yeah.
be fun.
Big Howell and Possum Halloween special next Friday. That's October 26th, 9 p.m. It's $10. Get yourself a ticket right now. Come on out for that. We will be having a costume contest following the live special.
Guess who's judging it?
The two of us are judging it.
We're going to judge your bodies.
And then I'm excited to announce that immediately after that, karaoke roulette, hosted by yours truly, Big Hal, in some kind of stupid, ridiculous costume that Mr. Possum makes me wear. I will be hosting karaoke roulette, which is karaoke except the hard part is taken out of your hands. You don't have to pick a song. You come up, you spin the wheel, you sing a song, and you get a free taco from New Wave Burritos. That's how karaoke roulette works. Best karaoke game in town. And that'll be going on October 26th. That's immediately following our live special. I want to thank Pinhead for being on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me in your plane of existence.
Going to give him a boing for that.
What kind of a boing?
I don't know. I sort of figured you'd be closer to the trigger on that.
I've got options.
Give him a boing that reminds you of the eternal torment of hell suffering.
Give me your most macabre boing.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you for saying that the right way.
Okay. Give me a minute.
That works. No, that totally worked.
It's pretty good.
It's good.
That
is as eternally tormented a boing as I can think of. I want to thank Matt for joining us in the chat. Said Les Guff over on Twitch. That's hopefully true. Hopefully we'll get Les Guff over there.
Can't stand Guff.
Want to thank Kathy from the future. Want to thank Holly. Want to thank Jazzarino. If I missed anybody, I'm very sorry about that. I want to thank my partner in grime, Mr. Possum.
Yeah.
And as always, I'm Hal Doughty, at Hal Doughty on Twitter, Hal Doughty on Facebook.
I'm a possum. I live outside.
Just look for him in your own backyard. And that's it. That's it for the show, right?
Toot toot. Be safe with your flesh. Don't get stretched out.
Toot toot. Do not get called by the Centerbites, because there's not even a lady over there anymore. It's just the boys' club.
Toot toot.
Big Howell and Possum.
Toot toot.